Bikinis on top.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to KTW. I don't even think we need intros anymore. Surely you must know who we are by now. If you don't, then you're a bit out of the loop.
Been living under a rock. Don't know the KT2 lineup.
We've got a new setup today. Let us know what you guys think. But of course, no one's really going to see any of these episodes today.
We don't even know if we're going to release them. This might be exclusive behind the scenes
We have
stuff.
we have I think about like 6 episodes in the backlog
It's true.
that just haven't been published.
It's production issues.
That, and I just don't think it would do well for your public image to have some of that stuff out there.
Not yet. Not yet. It's quite risky stuff with regards to work and things like that I've been saying.
You have to have a certain level of like fame and success before you can be excused for some of the things you've said.
It's true.
Right? If you're a nobody saying things that are, hypothetically speaking, saying things that are a little bit out there, then people give you more flack for it. But let's say you're, a bit of an icon, a Tate, for example, you can get
Rambling him.
Yeah, you can get away with a lot more.
Yeah, it makes sense really, doesn't it?
So we've both been off the game for a little while now.
This week's been horrible.
It's tough.
This week's
I'm
been truly
realizing
horrible.
how much work it is to build that momentum up again.
Yeah.
I went from gym every day for like 6 weeks to not going for the past week now.
How has that affected you mentally?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's like, it's so much work to build it up again. I think I really feel that when you're in that really lethargic, slow state, even the smallest things become like a mountain.
Yeah. No, I've had exactly the same position as yourself recently. Getting up at a certain time and snoozing your alarm is something that I didn't do anymore, I just heard my alarm, got up, right, time to go. Recently, after having a slip up, or after letting my hair down and letting that routine break, the amount of energy that it takes to get that ball rolling again is so substantial.
It's really tough, man.
It's a test. It's another test. I know that I'll get there because at the moment I'm so unhappy with how I've been this past week or so, since I've finished everything that I'd set out to do. And I've learned lessons about myself, and I know what I need to do to make sure that this doesn't happen again, which is to give myself clear goals of what I want to achieve, both physically and financially, within the next kind of 6 to 12 months. Without some kind of clear vision and something that you're working towards, I feel like it's really easy to slip up and go off track. Whereas if I'd done this challenge that I did, and then after that I'd already booked one in the next day, then if I'd chosen the time frame correctly, there would have been no room to go out. Would have been no room to break the routine, and I just would have been avoided this week of hell.
You think it was not worth it overall?
Going out? No. Not at all. It was amazing. It was a great night. Like, I really enjoyed it.
I wonder if it's possible to have that without the 4 days of aftermath afterwards.
It is, and I had it to a T at one point.
Really?
And the way you do it is, despite having gone out, maybe give yourself a day where you just let your routine go, and the next day you're back. You force that perfect routine, and then once you've done it once, you're back in.
But don't you find that your brain just isn't there yet?
It can be. Like, the first thing is doing a massive workout in the morning, and you got those endorphins, you got those feel-good things. It's the hardest thing to do. I did it after I came back from Belfast, going out, sniffing loads of gear, drinking all the time for 3 days straight. I felt awful, and that Monday morning I wanted to kill myself. Tuesday, got up, went for a massive swim. All my boys were like, "Oh, I feel horrible the whole week," and I was fine. That one swim sorted me out. Like, I did a really big chunk of exercise.
Damn, man, I can go through the motions of I've been there where I'm turning up at the gym and doing all the physical actions that are necessary, but my brain just won't be there. So I'm sitting down, and especially this week, I'm trying to do some difficult stuff. I gotta really think through and be strategic, and there's some creative work that needs to be done, and I'm just my head is just complete fog.
What taught me through your mental chain of thought? So you say it's fog. Is it you try and do something, and then you hit like a wall, thinking like, I can't do this.
There's nothing there. So let's say I'm coming up with a plan for what I need to do with my Twitter strategy, and I'm sitting there, I'm like blank. I like got no idea. So I'm like, all right, let's try and come up with some ideas. It's like, you know, when you can think one move ahead, and I'm like, that's it, as far as I can go. And then
Is that not normal?
No, it's not normal. Normally I can be like, if I do this thing, then that'll happen, and then that'll happen. I can follow a chain of thought and anticipate where it's gonna go. But when I've got the drug brain fog, it's like I'll think about something and then I don't know what's after that. It's like complete mystery what the consequences of the action will be.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's the extent to which we will always go when we go out is just so ridiculous.
Man, when we were at the restaurant, I was like, life could not be better.
Oh, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to take away from the fact like it was perfect. It was such a good night.
Like, just the build up, everything was phenomenal. I've got to admit, there was a moment when we were playing GeoGuess, so around that time, where the energy did dip for my liking.
It's because we came back to the flat.
Oh yeah.
I think if you go, like, it's all right for a bit, but it's a completely different energy.
Sometimes, like last time you and I were here at the apartment, like the previous time, the energy was good. Do you remember post restaurant?
Yeah.
We were there were lines, there was liquor, the music, everything was bouncing. I just think sometimes the chemistry with the people at the, like, who are there, that can maybe throw it off, because things got a little, if I'm honest, things are a little heavier than I usually like on a night out.
What, in terms of the...
In terms of like the combo, you know? It's
man,
like
kind of went into it a little bit.
But it's like, I think just some, like, not naming any people, but some people, like, they were on a different vibe at that time.
I agree. And I think it was tricky. I think that's why, I don't know, I wasn't really expecting for it to take that turn like that.
But this is why I'm like super selective about the people I go out with, because one person can really disrupt the feel of the entire evening.
It wasn't to the extent where it was like ruined, but
No.
it was not too fair. I was so fucked. I haven't been that fucked in ages. I didn't care
Really?
what was going on.
You didn't look that bad. You seemed alright.
I can always hold it together though.
How fucked were you?
Yeah, I was fucked.
Out of 10, like when we were here, like about to go out, we were about to do that routine. It was tough.
I wish there was some kind of recording of that.
We should have fucking set up the tripod and everything. Got a fucking studio.
Before. Nah, but what it boils down to is that you can have those times, but you got to think about the bounce back and is it worth it? Because time flies. Like, a week is unforgivable to lose productivity for a week.
I'm thinking, like, if I had planned to lose a week, it would have been alright. If I was, let's say, on holiday and I thought, alright, you know what, I'm actually taking that whole week off to recover from whatever, fair enough. But I hadn't done that, and there was lots of stuff that needed immediate attention, and I was scrambling, and I was like, fuck, this is not good, I'm falling behind on shit. That's a bad place to be. So I guess that's the lesson here. It's not that it's completely unacceptable, but that you got to take measures in advance to make sure whatever the consequences are, you're mitigating them. Because taking a week off is not unrealistic. You could do that once a year.
It's good to take time off, but it's like calculated, you know, like it's thinking, how is this week going to help me? Because a week off as a result of going on a big binge, it doesn't have the same positives as a week off to have a break and clear your mind and potentially allow for some creativity that you might not have had. Which I've always seen the value in that, because you can come to, if you're working 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 9 to 8, like, if you do that for a sustained period of time and try and balance out friends, family, which I'm not going to do anymore. I've decided from Monday I'm locking in. Like, there's not room for any more slip-ups. There's not room for social events and things like that. Like, the only way that I'm going to make myself feel better from this week of productivity loss is if something positive comes from it. And it's like when I continually got fucked up for like a month or 2 months.
I think it was 6 months.
For like 25 years. The benefit of doing that is that I hit a point where I was just like, right, it's really time to change now.
Because you're so sick of it. I was really feeling that. I was like, this, even though like the situation isn't that bad, like you still have a pretty solid life here,
Yeah.
but just you kind of get sick with yourself. You're like, ugh, it's so disgusting.
It's a weakness, actually. I think it's a really big weakness that we both have.
Thanks.
Because if it wouldn't be as disruptive if you weren't so critical on yourself and you just cracked on with things. Like, you can acknowledge that it's bad, but to negatively, because it's a negative thought when you think about punishing yourself and think about like, oh, you could have done this better, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done this, I'm feeling awful. That's like negative thinking, which is something that we both don't believe in every other area. But then when it comes to reflecting on ourselves,
But don't you think it
punishing
motivates you?
I would argue that it would be better if we were aware of it, but didn't have negative connotations with it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're aware of these things that you've done wrong, but it's like, okay, it's kind of happened.
Acknowledge it and move on.
Yeah, because I beat myself up for it. I'm in this constant state of thinking like, oh, I feel bad, and that just makes me want to do more things that are bad for me. That doesn't make me want to make myself better, you know?
I think it's like self-flagellation, where you're beating yourself up for it to the point where you're like, all right, now I'm done, like fucking hating on myself. I'm ready to dig out of this hole.
That was my realization, is that on come Monday, I've got my next challenge booked in.
What is it?
It is a 100-kilometer ultramarathon. The hardest thing that David Goggins said that he did in his book.
When is it?
September.
And how does it compare to what you just did?
It's like so much harder.
How many miles did you run just at the ultramarathon?
So it's 1.6 kilometers is a mile, so it's about 60 miles.
So you just ran 60 miles?
Oh no, I run 13 miles.
You ran 13 miles at the at the Ironman?
Yeah.
And now you're going to run?
60, over 60.
Damn. So how much are you planning on weighing at for this race?
Man, I've got to be at least like 75, 70.
Because I'm thinking that is probably one of the biggest things that's going to impact how you do here.
Yeah.
You booked it?
Yeah.
It's in Manchester?
No, it's in London.
Okay. And this is called a ultramarathon?
Anything longer than a marathon is an ultramarathon. But this is a long ultramarathon. This isn't
Nice.
just like a beginner ultramarathon.
We're stacking your resume now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I want to do this and then I'll probably do a bodybuilding show after. That'd be the holy trinity.
That'll be sick, man.
Yeah. So I think it's
When is it?
September.
So you got like 4 months?
Not that much time at all. Like, this is in Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. This was the singular hardest thing that he said he did. Worse than Hell Week, worse than any of the Hell Weeks, worse than running with broken legs. He said this was the hardest thing that he had to complete, which was a 100k ultramarathon. And I've got one booked in 4 months.
And how does it compare to a normal marathon?
It's over double.
More than double a marathon. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So your training for this is just going to be running non-stop?
It's going to be 4 runs a week. So 1 long run a week, a couple of easy runs a week. And then I'm going to keep my cardio up. So one thing with running that I've looked into is really you want to just constantly be building your fitness up. So if you can do some kind of cardio every day, that's amazing. And I can swim pretty well now. So on my days off from running, where I need to give my joints and my knees a rest to avoid injury, I'm just going to swim instead and then keep that cardio building up. But I need to book something ridiculously hard because the half Ironman wasn't enough.
Wasn't that tough, was it? You had a lot of leeway with that.
Man,
Like you managed to still live a pretty balanced life. I say balanced, but
towards the end of it, I did lock in. Like, pretty seriously lock in.
it kind of shows you what your capacity is at.
That's what I mean. And I think it's easy once you've done something to be like, oh, it was easy. But you forget all the times that I, woke up and didn't want to work out and things like that, Like, there was back-to-back workouts where I'd do a swim, then a spin class, and that wasn't easy. The training was a long time. But when I completed it and I still had more left in the tank, I was like, man, I've obviously not pushed myself hard enough here.
Whenever you do these things, you get a better understanding of your potential.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it even harder when you waste a week. You're like, damn, I could have done much more than I'm not. And I'm out here munching on chocolate bars every night.
The amount of calories, like, my gut is coming back 4 kilos up from.
I've also set Monday as my like reset point.
Yeah.
I think like when I'm this deep into the the self-pity, I gotta basically write it out and start fresh on Monday.
Why didn't we commit to a workout on Monday morning together so we've got some accountability for each other?
It's a good shout.
We can make a bet.
£1,000? £1,000, baby. Monday.
We've got to do it now.
That's gonna be.
Imagine
like,
the alarm doesn't go off.
Man.
That's an expensive alarm. Gonna be
I'm setting some backups.
Yeah, you can't be 3 alarms deep.
This can be our base minimum now for any bet going forward.
£1,000.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't show up to the workout on Monday, that's £1,000 out of pocket. That's an expensive workout to skip. And once we've done that workout,
it's gonna be on my Tuesday.
that's it. It's the hardest part is starting. Hardest part is putting your kit on. Because it's been tough this week. Like, there's been so many times where I've said, tomorrow I'm going to get it all together. Tomorrow I'm going to get it all together.
I know.
And then I've just let myself down. I've slept in. I'm like, I'm a bitch. What the fuck am I doing? And that whole day is ruined.
It's the getting up that really sets the tone for the whole day. I really noticed that when I was on my last streak of just getting up to the gym every day, no matter what. My baseline for what I could do that day was so much higher than if I had like chosen to sleep in.
This streak is going to be so... The other streak wasn't wasted. Like, let's not forget. That streak that we had of like 2 or 3 months without drinking, that was really good. This streak is going to be twice as long now.
This is the next big run.
This is you think that was good, but it all starts with Monday. We need to have a good week next week, and then life's going to change.
Life is going to change next week, guys. You heard it here first.
For some spicy content as well.
Yeah, I think once we dial in the schedules, we can put some more effort behind the pod and actually start getting these episodes out.
I think the main thing is, and what I'm really proud of us for, is staying consistent, because it's something that I don't think either of us, again, not one of our strengths or things. We're both hard-working, we're both good at what we do if we put our minds to it, but staying consistent with it is a challenge, and this is a good way to stay consistent with something, even if we don't see the results for 2 years.
So you were telling me about you got into a bit of an altercation the other night.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about this. Hollywood, like whenever you're seeing movies or something, right, you see, let's say, a guy getting into some kind of a fight and you think, oh yeah, he should stand up for himself, right? Like someone says something or does something disrespectful, and instead of walking away, we romanticize this idea of someone standing up for themselves, especially physically, right? Like, oh, I'm not going to take that shit. But I was thinking, like, let's say what's at stake here for both of you. Now, that other guy, he could be a bum, right? He's just out 3rd time this week, and if he gets fucked up in a fight, what does he have to lose? Well, let's say he misses his minimum wage job at Tesco the next day. Let's say his training is a bit fucked, but hey, he doesn't really go to gym regularly anyway. No loss there. What happens if you take a few hits during that fight? Let's say you miss a few days of work. What happens then? Like, what is your loss? Let's say you can't train for a few days. It's not a balanced outcome here. Like, you have much more to
There's no
lose.
rationale behind it. I think it's just a very primal thing, isn't it?
It is. And I was thinking, like, let's say you get to the next level, right? Like, you're...
Man, I wouldn't be in those kind of clubs if I was at that level.
Sure, but you're walking around in public and someone says something, or, like, he wants to basically prod at you and, like, invoke a reaction or something.
Unless he physically touched me first, I would not do anything to him.
Because it's just never worth it.
That's when it legally gets into, if you're like defending yourself.
Defending yourself.
Yeah.
That's a complete... Like,
Because that's what was happening here. I've not been in a fight in years. The last fight I got in was when I was defending 2 other people. They were getting shit kicked out of them. That was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I'm not a fighter. Like, I don't like fighting at all.
And I think guys who resort to fighting, it tells me they don't know how to use words to get what they want.
No.
It's
It's just so unattractive in so many ways.
It's so stupid to me that we like build up this idea of a guy who's always like ready to fight and willing to do that. But I'm like, wait a minute, over what? What have you got to lose here? Imagine like a billionaire is walking down the street and you got like some guys shitting on him, calling him names and like really going at him. what is his response to it? Is he going to think, yeah, I got to stand up for myself? Like, fuck no, this guy's going to change the world.
Small dick energy, isn't it? Like,
right? It's like, I've got such big goals and targets here. Why would I waste even a second trying to, like, appease this pleb?
yeah, man. It's not... And, I told you about it. I wouldn't have even told you about it because it's embarrassing, but I was just so fucked. I've been out for hours and
Man,
hours.
I don't remember, like, we didn't really speak that much at the club because everyone was doing their own thing.
We were all just on little side quests.
on our own.
Man, I did not even ask you about what you got up to at all.
It was weird, man, but
I got like adopted by this group of Italian blokes. We were all just like trying to get girls together. It was amazing, bro.
behind closed doors is such a good vibe because it's small enough where you can start talking to people and just pick up conversations with strangers.
Bouncers are pricks, though. What is it about bouncers just having some kind of mad power complex? Like, I don't understand it. It's so embarrassing.
So what? Like you're gonna choose bouncing as a job when you got nothing else going for you, realistically.
Yeah.
Because you're putting yourself in danger.
Also, your whole value is tied to your physical strength.
Not necessarily. Sometimes if you are an astute bouncer, you can de-escalate situations by saying, buddy, you're clearly a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is like their only value in society is their physical strength. So that's the only thing that they have going for them, which is why they're bouncers. So that's why they're...
I guess if your job in society and everyone's telling you, yeah, your only worth is your ability to physically stop fights.
That is the point of a bouncer.
Then it kind of makes you think, yeah, I should probably not think too deeply about things. Nobody really cares. Nobody wants my opinion on Plato. Like, I'll just...
That would be a good sight to see.
Man,
The bouncer philosopher. If he started coming out with some mad stoicism, I'd be impressed.
What about that as like a spin-off series of KTW where we bring on some bouncers and ask questions that nobody's asking?
Ask them why they're such dickheads.
I was thinking,
I'd love to have you on the pod. We got that.
I was thinking asking them about Plato because everyone already calls them dickheads.
That's it. Oh, man, it really pisses me off.
But this is why, like, you don't want to be interacting with fucking dumbass bouncers all the time. Any place where that interaction's happening, I'm like, wait a minute, how did I end up here?
The more time I spend surrounded by idiots.
You mean normal people?
Yeah.
Not you guys. You guys are great.
Anyone watching this obviously is an idiot.
You guys don't count. We're talking about the plebs.
It's just everyone that I spend time around now. It's like, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be associated with you. I just admit it. Over the last week while I've been at work and I've hated absolutely everything about it. I've just been like, it's been such motivation for me. It's just been it's been brewing. My why is becoming like a lot stronger because I'm just like, unfortunately, now I've got in my mind like there's possibilities for me to do other things. Then I'm not going to settle for. I can't stay doing this for the rest of my life.
How are we doing on time?
It's about 1.
Should we call it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you ever see this episode, we'll see you next time.